We're gonna do self narration, um, and then sacred words from um, the immersion circle document. Okay. Da, da, da. Yeah, it's a tie ho. Okay, let's share screen. Okay, last time we were in I think skin things I did today. I had new phrases. I didn't have the phonetics, so I typed in the phonetics this morning. So now we could go around the room and pronounce them. There we are. Okay. We could scroll. It jumped all the way back to start. Try again. Okay, let's stop right there. Adah di kwai kujana uch stojugin. Yesterday I visited my niece, or my older brother's daughter. Adah di kwai kujana uch stojugin. For females, this would be my older sister's daughter. Adah di kwai kujanga ur stojugin. The juju. You're on mute, mister.
Oh no. Adapted Kauai, Ujanga Ud Daujugan. He was making me laugh.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if you were jujuing or if you were speaking out because you were on mute.
What he's doing? Okay, I was jujuing, but that's a different story. He contributes.
Oh, I jumped the screen too quick. We didn't go around the room. Oh, I need help today.
Dude,
Okay.
hi.
Geese skin.
Dag de kwai gujanga stojugen.
Hi.
Adolf D. Kwai Gujanga Ulf Stiljugen or Stiljugen.
So it rhymes with toe.
Stojugen.
Ulagen. Okay. This phrase is a good one to know. Dunk Trot Song. I will help you. So the full phrase is Dunk Trot Song Lock Sugan. I will help you, I said to her. So we have I said past tense. To her, you too, I will help. So translation, I will help you, I said to her. Dank, Klatsong, Lak, Sugin. Tlajuju.
Duncan. Kladsang lak tugen.
Kiskin.
Junk Song Lux Clue Sugan.
Hi.
Thunk, Flotsam, Lops, Sugan.
Ulagen. Okay. In Haganan U, by the way, that those three are said all together like it's one word. In Haganan U, all sty, dummy. You can't say dummy, Juju. It has to be dummy. You can't, in other words, no jujuing. Huangin. The reason is she broke her ankle bone. In Haganan U, Halstai, Gami, Huangin. In Haganan U, Halstai, Gami, Huangin. Lajuju.
In Haganon u halstai demi huangend. Gien gum gummet klujuangung. I never klujuju.
Yeah, right. I got to figure out how to say yeah, right, in Haida. Skin.
Gin Haganon House Die. To me, Hwangan.
Hi.
In Haganan U, Halstai, Dami, Huangin.
Okay, let me see if I could scroll safely. Okay, I just barely made it. Without going off the screen. Lak sabli howlash iskin. So I brought a slice of homemade pie to her. So lak to her, sabli howla, pie, donuts, pastry, anything sweet made with flour. I iskin brought. So lak sabli howlash iskin. Lak sabli howlash iskin. Tlajuju.
Lak sabli kaulo iskin.
On. Kiskin.
Lock Sabli Halak Iskin.
I.
Lak, Sabli, Howlaf, Iskin.
I was chuckling because Tlajuju's name is also a verb. La and Hunkins Klauskin. I made coffee for her. So this OW in here has a strong ow sound. Klaus. Klauskin.
Ask a
La
question about
and,
the last one.
sorry?
Can I ask a question about the last phrase we just translated?
The homemade pie?
Correct. What is
Okay.
Sabli, Howlaf? What do those actually mean?
Sibli is flour, and howla is to be sweet. So something sweet you make out of flour, pie, donuts, pastries, that type of thing. We have Haida jargon for cake and cookies. So we usually use Sibli howla for the other stuff, donuts, pie, pastries.
And it kind of just translates to flour sweet.
That's not the translation, that's the literal meaning, yeah, is flower sweet.
That's what I wanted to know. That's
Yeah,
actually super interesting. If you think about the evolution of food and people with sicknesses, that we would have had to have created a word for flour as well as a sweetener because it wouldn't have been in our traditional diet. It's just something that I find interesting, that we describe it that way. So thank you.
yeah. And so that's interesting if um because there's not a lot of bees in Haida. So there's a possibility that Sibley was borrowed and it was Haidaized. Um, we could tell it was Haidaized because of the tone mark over the first I. And yeah, if you look in the Haida dictionary under B, none of them are Haida words that originated in our language. In other words, it's all Haida jargon. Haida jargon is when we take an English word and Haidaize it, like boat, and we would call it boot. Um, soup, we call it soup. Um, so I too would like to know the history of Sabli. Where did we get that from?
But it's
Um,
possibly from some kind of a word that would derive from bee and sweetening, right? Possibly.
um, Sabli, um, I'm starting to wonder if it came from Chinook jargon. Chinook jargon is made up of not only native languages, but also European languages, which is how we got the word deuce for the word cat. It, the origin, people say it's Chinook, but you have to go farther back. It's from the English word puss, as in puss in boots. Um, so, but I bet Dr. Kulkiska, Dr. Marianne Ignace, would know. She's fluent in Haida and has some knowledge of borrowed words.
Thank you
So,
for going down my rabbit hole. I appreciate it.
yeah, okay, back to this one. A good question. La and Hunkin Klauskin. We have Hunkins because of the rule. Whatever comes before HL has to be pronounced with it. So that right there is Hunkins, and we have it in phonetics. So La and Hunkins Klauskin. I made coffee for her. What you do?
Laan Hunkins Cloudskin.
On Giskin.
La'an Hunkin Joplin.
On Hoot High.
Laan Hunkus Cloudskin.
On. Okay, we don't have a word for ankle boot in Xaad Kil, so I developed one. There's a couple different words for ankle. I chose the easier one. And then ironically, for boot, I chose the longer one because it has jing in it, which means long. And if you ever had problems with your foot, I know I used to wear an ankle boot, and they're really long and bulky. So yeah. So we have Imma Skaga Jing Eith Loch Claiden. I helped her with the ankle boot. She can't put it on by herself. Imma Skagai. Oh, sorry. I added a Y in there. Imma Skaga Jing Eith Loch Claiden. Imma Skaga Jing Eith Loch Claiden. La Juju.
Ima stas kaka jungit lakud kleiden.
On the skin.
Ema, das Aga, Jing ich nach Agden.
On. Hoot high.
Ama Stafkaga Jing If Lax Tlaiden.
On. Lash kiss. Klagen. I gave advice to her. This here is to give advice. And you could tell this originates in Haida. We didn't borrow it by the word roots. Kiss in the language. I don't know how to break down this word root, but I would imagine it would be to advise. And then we don't have to have a K here to her because it's advice to is already in the verb. So we have her, I gave advice to past tense. So lash, kiss, klagen, lash, kiss, klagen, lash, kiss, klagen. La juju,
Lots kids lagen.
on, die skin,
Lach ich lagen.
on, hi,
Lash Kish Glagen.
on. We talked about an old photo. This is about 100-year-old photo from about 1925. And there was our old growth forest, a totem pole leaning backwards, was a Haida pole, and then mountains, and then the water, and a trolling boat going by. So we talked about totem pole pictures, but that one in particular. Kia ang nijangai hedade u. In phonetics, I have I and then Dade, just like Dade County. um, I thought it was a safe one to go with. Ooh, so Hedade ooh is going to be pronounced all as one word. Hedade ooh. Talan kusugin. Yaang. Nijangai. Hedade ooh. Talan kusugin. Kiaung, totem pole, Nijanai, pictures, Hedadu, about, Talang, we, in an active sentence, and Gusugan, talk. So it really does mean we talked about totem pole pictures. Kiaung, Nijanai, Hedadu, Talang, Gusugan, Tlajuju,
Yeah, on Nijangai, he did. Ut along Gusugen.
Ang, Kiskin,
Yaang, Nijang I, Aded, U Talang, Gusugan,
Ang, Hai, are you there, Hoot Hai?
Can you hear me now?
Ang,
Okay. Kyayong ni jungai did you talang gusugan.
Ang, how, this next phrase, Hal Kudak, she to wish, whoa, undo button, um, book good, to read past tense. So she wished for a good book to read. So we have Hal Kudak, Kugin, La, Litatkin. In phonetics, this dat rhymes with gut. That's the best I could do phonetics wise. Hal Gudak Kugin La Litatkin. Hal Gudak Kugin La Litatkin. Sajuju.
How good out. Ugin la lidad lidadgen.
Kiskin.
Malkudak, Ugan, La, Lidutkin,
Um, Hi.
Halgudak kugin la li dutkin.
Sajuju, were you trying to feed us snacks?
Oh, trying to distract my friend Geeskin.
Oh,
The
with a
shiny
quarter?
object. A quarter, yeah. Shiny object for you, Geeskin.
mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell what it was at first.
See, that's look at him.
Genius, coins no.
I have a funny Raven story if you want to hear it. Sparkly things. I have a son who's a red-headed Haida, that kind of red that brightens in the sunshine. And when we first got up here to Alaska, the ravens touch him. They go to him and they try to take his hair. And it's happened so many times now. He can be laying on the beach and he knows it's ravens because it's now happened that many times. And people will be walking with him and they'll be like, dude, did that raven just touch you? And he says they always start out thinking that they can take it. So they tug a little harder. And then after they realize they can't take it, they kind of stroke his hair.
Oh, wow.
Craziest
That's
story.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know. It's nuts. But I have similar red hair, but not quite as bright. And he kind of said to me one day when we were walking, it's like, Mom, do they mess with you? Do the ravens like mess with you? And I'm like, well, they follow me. I feed them and stuff like that. And I chatter at him. He's like, no, but like, do they touch you? No, they don't touch me. And then he told me all about, he was like, it's so crazy. I'm used to it now, though. I gotta say that's something.
That is
Yeah,
awesome.
that's wild.
You're gonna
My
find a bunch of
thinking,
nests with his hair in it.
yeah, that's what they want. They want his hair for the nest. In my mind, they think it looks like straw or something like that.
His hair lights up in a color I've never seen before. Like it turns this crazy, almost copper red. Like, but
Hmm.
it just has that crazy shine to it. It just lights up in the sunlight. And in the not in the sunlight, it doesn't light like that, but it's still red.
Mm.
I knew someone else with that. I know the color you're talking about. I knew someone a while back with that color red hair. It's not auburn. It's almost like orange, right?
Yeah, it's like its own
Yeah.
color when you get to that
Yeah.
color. Yeah, it's its own color group
Mhm.
that's like, yeah.
It's like it's the kind of orange dye like you don't dye your hair this color orange because it does not exist.
But but you would try. It's that color that ladies try
Yes,
for. But you
you could
but you can
try.
never get like that golden undertone that happens in this.
No, yeah. There's no hair dye. I know what you're
Like,
talking about though.
like the cartoon of Aquaman, he had orange hair. It's, I don't know if you
When I
guys
write my
remember.
story, I'll have to see if I can upload a picture of his hair because I've taken some pictures of it in the past just because it's the craziest color.
Hmm.
In the 1970s, we had a social study teacher, and she instilled in us um, the travel bug and to get out and explore the world, meet other people, explore other cultures. So she was so good at it, she convinced the Chinese government to let our school go to China when it was closed to the West. Mao Zedong was in office, and we were the first um, American group of, well, I didn't go, one of my brothers did, but so they went to China in the 1970s, and it made some of the newspapers, of course, um, and but one of the students is really tall. I don't know how tall he is. He's about 6'10", and and he has strawberry blonde hair. Uh, and he still is in town to this day. Anyways, the Chinese people did not know what to make of his hair because all their hair was, well, back then people weren't dyeing their hair, all their hair was black. So that he was just a curiosity because they thought his hair was made of straw. Uh, uh, so I could see why the ravens are attracted to his hair. I bet they want it for his nest.
I think I just found my story. That's
There
tonight's
you
class,
go.
though.
Yeah, that'll be a good story. Okay, this phrase is not um, a self narration phrase. That could be if you're a handyman or carpenter. um, um, but it's nigh um, costly. This is interesting because we have two HL blends. So we have costly, which is easy enough to pronounce on its own, but then we have another HL blend. So uh, phonetically, it becomes costly. And we have two E's in here to show that it has a strong E sound. Nai kashlich login. I made some good interior home improvements, or I made the inside of the house look good. I think the first one is more, more of a contemporary translation. Nai kashlich login. Tlajuju.
Yiskin nai couchly klalagen.
Eh,
He hired me to make sure his house looked good.
Skin.
nee, kaklich lagen.
On. Hi.
Nai Kathlich Lagen.
On. Okay. Eat we in a stative sentence. Atin Enoggin young glue when, and then we always pause after glue, and then we say hided u as one word, and talan kusugan. We talked about when we were young. Ik atin. This ut also rhymes with gut. Atin Inagan glue hided u talan kusugan. Okay, and now we know that the phonetics match the Xaad Kil. Ik atin inagan glue hided u talan kusugan. Tlajuju.
Iklatan inagens blue. Hiderut alagen gusugen.
Ang kiskin.
Ik uten it nagen lu hadan il talang gesugen.
Ang hi.
Ik Uten Inagen Glu Hidade U Talung Gusugen.
Okay, let me see if I can scroll in the right direction. Okay, that's the best as I'm going to get. And so I just made a joke because the previous sentence was we talked about when we were young. Wagyen plug. So this plug here rhymes with plug. Ajai. So we have a J in front of I, so it's pronounced Jai. Noah and Talan Halion. And how we gathered pitch for Noah. Wagyan plug Kajai. Noah and Talan Halion. Tlajuju.
Wayan kaku. Ajay noa ant alang lion.
Ong. Kiskin.
Wagen tlak kajai noah and talang halayan.
Ong. Hoot hi.
Wagen Klug Kajai Noah Un Talung Halion.
Ong. Okay. Our next phrase, Sondlan, Wadluan U, Hadas, Singai, Ejim. Every day is Haida Day. And this Sondlan Wadluan, it's an old Haida. The way the elders said every day. Nowadays, they say Sun Wadluan. But if you know me, I like the way the elders did things. So Sandlan Wadluan U. Hada Singai Ijan. So Sandlan Wadluan U can be said all as one word. Sandlan Wadluan U. Then go into Hadas Singai Ijan. Tlajuju.
Tandlan Waluan U. Hada Singai Jung.
Kiskin.
Danlan, Wadlawan, Uhadas, Sangai, Ijang.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Sondlon, Wadluan, U, Hadas, Singai, Ijung.
Um, I updated this phrase since Monday because I just had Jot and it's Women's Day. So I switched it to Jada. That's women plural. So Sung Wadluan U, Jada, Singai, Ijun. Every day is Women's Day. This is not my phrase. A Haida lady wrote this. And from that, I knew I would be able to write every day is Haida Day. So I did. Sang Wadlawan U, Jada, Singai, Ijan, Tlajuju,
Sing Wadluan U. Jada Singai Ijung.
Giskin.
She told her husband that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's a married woman.
What?
She told her husband.
Sung Wadlawan, Ujada, Sangai, Ijang.
Hi.
Sung, Wadluan, U, Jada, Singai, Ijung.
This is not my phrase either. I don't take credit for other people's work. This is Quion's, but it was made public by SHI. So Hagunk, Sangat U, Skata, La Island. Celebrate yourselves, students. So we have oneself, which in this case is yourselves. HL, the command marker. Celebrate, made plural with the U. Skata La Island, students. So Agant Sangat U Skata La Island Kajuju.
I kind of just Singad Lu Singad uh the island.
Giskin.
Magung, Sangut, Skata, La Island.
Hoot Hi.
Agunk, Sangatu, Skata, La Island.
Um, this one we know from the departure song. It's just the plural version, Delung instead of done. So Quechua Delangui Kin La Song. Quechua Delangui Kin La Song. Kajuju.
It's squad ng weekend lasang.
Giskin.
Each squad, Dalang, Guigin, La, Song.
Easier to sing it, right?
Yeah.
Hi.
Geet squad dalang, Guigin Lasa.
Pretty. Okay, last phrase here. And then we're going to go into some sacred phrases. This is also not mine. This is Skiljade's, but I tweaked it. So, quiet hit, please wait. Are we done? Shortly, done echt is song. I will be with you. So please wait. I will be with you shortly. Um, quiet hit, are we done? Done echt is song. Quiet hit, are we done? Done echt is song. We're skipping this HL here because there's already one here. We don't do two HLs back to back. So we just pronounce echt and then go into the verb will be is song. Quite it, are we done? Done echt is song. Tlajuju.
Quiet hit oiran dong it isang.
On kiskin.
Like a raven has patience.
Maybe you shouldn't be so slow, Eagle.
Quake, quake hit. How done? Done ich it's sung.
On. Hi.
Hit Hawidang Dung Ich Is Song.
On.
Will
Okay,
you
let's
pronounce
go.
that beginning phrase for me again? I feel like I didn't do that one very well.
Okay.
Wife,
Um,
Quife hit,
yes.
Quife hit,
WHY in here for the Y sound. Quite it.
Quife hit.
On.
Howie Dung or Howie Don Dung Ich Is Song.
On. Hulagen. Okay. Let's go into the immersion circle. I'm gonna skip right to the kind words and sacred words, which is page 19. And we're going to start right here. Dalan Wadluan U Kutkit Agan. All of you folks are found to be sacred, or all of all you folks are sacred. It means both things. Dalan Wadluan U Kutkit Agan. So Dalan, Wadluan, and U are all said as one word, and then you just go into the verb. Kutkit Agan. Dalan Wadluan U Kutkit Agan. Lejuju.
Tulong waluan u. Gut kidagang.
Giskin.
Dalang Guadluan. Good Gedagen.
Ang. Hi.
Dalang Wadlawanu Gutkit Agam.
Ang. This is one of our values. Wadluan iskin. Kinhinanga. Han yakdangan. Respect for all people and for all living things. Wadluan iskin. Kinhinanga. Han yakdangan. Wadlawan iskin hinanga an yakdangan klajuju
Waluan iskian. Gin hinanga. An yak u dangang.
ang giskin
Wadluan. Iskin in Hinanga an Yakdangang.
ang hi
Tla Wadlawan Iskin Gin Hinanga An Yakdangang.
So to break it apart, Wadlawan is everyone, Iskin is and, Inhinanga, living things, Un, for, Yakdung, respect, and Gung, present tense. So it really does mean respect for all people and for all living things. And then all is well, all is in here because it's everyone. So it's also all people. And then all things, all is implied. Okay, next one. Illa, talk, blue, quios, gin, kusugin. So in phonetics, I have talk, rhymes with caulk, like Caulk. So talk, blue, quios, gin, kusugin. Till la, talk, blue. Then we pause and go into quios, gin, gusugin. Kind words spoken are the most precious. Kila, oklu, quios, gin, gusugin. Lejuju,
Ola talu kuyas kin gusugin.
giskin,
Illa, tok, plu, quios, gin, gusugan.
hi,
Kila, talk, dlu, quias, gin, gusugin.
So this one is Haida poetry, falls under that category. I like this photo, so I put it in. Dalang Wadluan Handi Yakdangang. I pay my respects to all of you. Dalang Wadluan Handi Yakdangang. Dalang Wadluan Handi Yakdangang. Tlajuju.
Talang wadluan on di yakutangang.
Giskin.
Dalang, guadlawan, handi, yaktangang.
Hi.
Dalam, wadluan, handi, yaktangang.
Um, this one, each Kunisi, our ancestors, Han, do, each we pay our respects. Yaktangang. We pay our respects to our ancestors. Each Kunisi, Han, each Yaktangang. Each Kunisi, Han, each Yaktangang. Lajuju.
Ik kunisi han ik yakutangang.
Giskin.
Ich kunisi han ich yaktangang.
Hi.
Ik, kunisi, han ik, yaktangang.
So this one here, these two phrases here would be sacred words. Now I want to add in here, I saw this earlier, but I ran out of time. We pay our respects to the Simpsons, so we should have,
Probably should have the Clinkets in there too.
yeah, Singadai.
Dingada. Dingada.
It's gonna
Hi.
change, though. It's gonna change.
I mean that I guess that means I have to respect Geeskin twice now.
Okay, this time it's going to be Schlingus. So Schlingus. Well, actually, it's going to be Schlingus Hatai, the Tlingit people. That's what we want it to mean. And so we just copy the above now with Hun Eek, Yuk Gung Gung. The interesting thing about Yuk, we have that too in our clan, Yuklanis. Yuk means middle. So the reason why Yuk Dung means respect, it means you're walking. It's kind of like you're walking the red road. It's you're walking the line um, um, that would have went through the villages. You're walking through the middle of the village is like a metaphor for you walking the red road. You have respect for yourself and you have respect for others. And so you're walking that balance. Okay, I got to finish what I'm doing here. Now we need Ingus, Tatai, Hun, Eek, Yakdungan. And the translation, we pay our respects to, to the Tlingit. The way this one is phrased is Tlingit people. Okay, but first we have to do this one. Kiladai Han Ik Yakdangan. We pay our respects to the Simpsons, or Simpsons, depending on how you pronounce it. We had a Simpson master carver who lived here in town, and he said it's Simpson, and I've heard others say it as well. So the master carver said it's not Simpson, it's Simpson. So I guess we'll go with that pronunciation. We pay our respects to the Simpsons. Hiladai Hun Ik Yakdungan. Hiladai Han Ik Yakdungan. Tlajuju.
Kiladai on ik yak dungung.
Giskin.
Gildai han ich yak dungung.
Hi.
Hiladai han ik yaktungang.
For this phrase, Klingus Hatai, Han Ik Yakdungung, we pay our respects to the Tlingit people. Klingus Hatai, Han Ik Yakdungung, Tlajuju,
Singas katai on ik yak dungung.
Giskin,
Klang slingas hatai han ich yak dungung.
Hai,
Klingas hatai han ik yaktungang.
So this phrase would be valuable to use in ceremony or like when you're doing a land acknowledgement, that type of thing. Let's see what's in chat.
Yeah.
Corey, Haidas, Tlingits, Simpsons all got the word for cat from Chinook. But if you go farther back, Tlingits and Simpsons both say douche for cat, and we say deuce, and it all comes from actually the English word puss for cat. Yep, it's definitely connected. Yep.
And that's a good, but I like what you said, Jaji, because that's the same thing in Tlingit. Where did we get snowshoes from? Do you know? Like the word, I mean.
Oh.
Snowshoes, yeah, Jaji. It's the same thing in Tlingit, but
Ah.
to me it sounds like it would be like I said, like an Inuit thing or something.
It doesn't sound Inuit though.
No, it really doesn't, but I don't know because like it is a little strange. It's a bit of a strange word, I think.
Yeah, maybe we borrowed it and hydized it
Hmm.
because um we didn't have snowshoes. Um
Hmm.
so
Yeah, that's the only reason. Like, it doesn't sound to me like an Inuit word, but I'm thinking of people that would have used snowshoes, so I think of the Inuit. You know what I mean?
yeah, they invented them.
Yeah, exactly. Like they invented snowshoes, so I'm like thinking, well, where would we have gotten snowshoes? Who would have introduced haidas to snowshoes?
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, guys, we are out of time. It's Wednesday, so I'm gonna say weekend guy. La ta'au. Have a good weekend, you guys. Juju, I'll
You
see you
too,
in
Rob.
class